Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an FV4201 Chieftain. It's the tier 10 British reward tank, and it's located on the north spawn of Malinovka under the command of Awppenheimer. Well, he's got one mark of excellence on the barrel and he's rushing straight up the hill to engage the enemy heavies. He's got a 120mm gun which can do 440 alpha, and standard APCR doing 270mm of penetration, but with the premium he'll take it up to 322, and I have a feeling he's going to need that because there's some pretty big tanks on the enemy team that he's got to overcome. So T110E4, an Emil, IS-3A, well, there's a whole selection that he's probably going to find at the top of the hill. Now, Awppenheimer actually admitted to me just recently he doesn't particularly like this tank. Not compared to some of the other ones that he does actually get to drive. And so, yeah, that's why he's still working on his way up to 3 marks. But it won't be long. He'll probably get it. Of course, Wargaming could introduce the Chieftain into the game. They have done so on the Chinese server, but nope, we've not seen it on EU or NA yet. It'd certainly be nice if we could. In fact, not many people actually do have the FV4201 because it's a reward tank only given out to the very best players. And it's unusual, but Skills has only just recently acquired, as in this year, acquired one of these, whereas Awppenheimer's had his for some time. And Awppenheimer's in MAHOU, which, as you know, is an elite clan. Well, we've lost the Progetto already, and he's just pushing that wreck round, getting ready to use it as a cover, a shield. He can shoot over that engine hatch. Yet gets around into the Emil, pops up, rocking backwards and forwards, trying to get the cupola on the AMX. Yeah, but the AMX gets him and straight in his cupola as well. So they traded blows there. And he gets another one in and bounces the second round from the AMX. Tries to get through the Emil, but the armor's very, very, very good at that particular angle. Oh, 430. Flinched there. And didn't get that one through the Carnarvon, and it's bounced around from an IS-3A. Yes, that was a good one. Low roll though, 425. You can see these teammates are gathering behind him. Oh, there's an E4. Now, if I remember correctly, it's the E4 that you cannot penetrate the cupola, and the other two you can. Or is it the other way around? Can never be sure. IS-3A. Always got that weak spot right in the centre over the gun. Can we get a shot there? Oh, he shoots that one through the cheeks. He's having to push the wreck out the way now. Tries to go for the top of the IS-3A. Didn't get it there. And that was a round from Arty. Oh my god, it hit the lower plate. Must have bounced off the ground. Okay, well, he's decided to disengage and deal with these guys on the second level. Some of the guys that he was attacking. One into the rear of the STA-1. They thought better about challenging him and then decided to go down this level, but now he's actually gone to this level. They don't want to know. Okay, well, there's the T110E4. Couldn't get it through. Needs to pull back because he can't trade blows with that 155mm gun. And there's that Arty again. The M53 puts a round through the turret of the cupola of the Tortoise. Yeah, he needs to watch out. The M53-55 is probably his biggest threat at the moment. Can we get that STA-1? Oh, no need. He's gone. Object 430. Yes, nice one. Right through the front. Yeah, be very cautious about sticking your nose out in one of them. The Tortoise and the E4 are coming on. Goes for the cupola again, gets it, but low roll. 390. He's going to have to fire a few more of those in order to get that one down. Goes for it again. Yes, nice one. 426. Low roll again. He actually popped up more there than he needed to. Trying to go for the cupola, and this time he gets it. Yep. That's good. 430 low roll again. He's getting loads of low rolls. In fact, he's doing this with the standard APCR, so it must be that the E4 is the one that's got the penetrable turret. And that was another round from the M53-55. He dodged it this time. Oh, and he almost gave the cupola there, but for some reason it just didn't penetrate. Try it again. Yep, got it this time. But he did take a round for 284, and that one was an HE round. Goes for the cupola. Yep, 436, low roll again. You can see where that HE round exploded on the turret. Okay, selects the Tortoise because the E4's hiding. Oh, the E4's retreating. It's just the IS-3A on that side. Puts the T49 out of his misery. Very low hit points. IS-3 still putting up a fight, and he actually did get around through this time. I think he was over angled when he went sideways there. Takes the IS-3 out. Okay, there's no more here. Oh, the Tortoise stayed behind. Easy. Yes, very nice. So that's 3 kills now, and yes, Arty hits him again, this time for 278. He's lost a lot of hit points to Arty in this game. Well, the gorilla is trying to escape, but he's a one-shot for that gorilla, so he needs to be careful. He doesn't want that guy on the loose. Well, somebody hit him, but unfortunately Awppenheimer didn't, so he needs to get below cover, or that gorilla will fire one into him. That's it, slice down. It's a nice quick route. I always use this. Getting on that hill, if you go down the other way, it's almost suicidal because you're running in front of the guns, whereas if you do it this side of the ridge line, you only are at risk from people like that, the Striv, guys who stay behind on the hills opposite the enemy. Oh, M53-55 again. And the gorilla's low hit points. Pops up, puts one in the gun shield. Bounces around in return from an SU-130PM. One more. Yes! And he bounced around from the, or blocked around from the gorilla for 750 there. He's now blocked 3,860. I'm pretty sure he's on for a steel wall. 7.6k of damage. He's waiting for his team to catch up. There's a SU-130PM down there who could probably take him out of the game very quickly, so he's just remaining hidden until he's unspotted, or tempting that SU-130PM to take a swing at him. If he gets into the trees, no, he's going to wait until the Foch spots something, then he's going to hit it. There he is. Unfortunately, we lose the Foch B to that SU-130PM, but we'll get to see him long enough to actually put another round into him. Yep. And now we can go and finish him off. Got the FV4201 GFT directly behind us, or to our right actually. And you know he's got that big powerful 120mm gun. Oh, he just fired actually. Saw the shell zip through, and there is the M53-55. He doesn't kill him with one shot. Oh! And unfortunately, yes, that was a fatal shot because the SU-130PM finished him off directly after he got that hit from the M53, M55. So he lost a lot of hit points to Arty, and that means his steel wall's gone out the window. And I don't understand why the FV120 is not going for that SU-130PM. and a T95 at 100% and he's capping. Honestly, you've got a T95, you've got a 155mm gun. Why do you need to cap? You just roll towards the enemy and let the shells bounce off you. I would not be surprised if the SU-130PM loaded the heat and tried to go for a reset. Well, we'll see if he does. If he is smart, he'll do that. Oh, he didn't. Well, it's a win anyway, but it looks like Awppenheimer was asked to do too much in that game, and as a consequence, well, got double tapped. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a first class tanker for Awppenheimer in the T95 FV4201 Chieftain. He also managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4. A spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and a bruiser for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7 in this one. But he did pick up a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, and a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else in his team, and he certainly did that. You see that. I have to scroll the page in order to show all the victims. And his win rate for the game was 11,808. You can't get more super unicum than that. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he's top of the table, 8,653 hit points of damage, more than double the next highest scorer, which was that Gorilla 15 with 3121. And when it came to kills, again, he's actually shared the top spot here with that SU-130PM, who survived the battle with a Halonans and 4 kills. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's streets above everybody else. 1,322 base experience points, 920 to the Lerva, and 793 to RM53 M55. He fired 31 rounds in that game, got 27 direct hits, 21 penetrations, splash damage on 2, damage of 8,653 hit points, of which 584 were at more than 300 meters. He received 15 hits from the enemy, that's why he was on for a steel wall. 3 penetrations and 9 non-penetrations and 6 hits as a result of splash. Now, I do know one of those shots came from the T124 because he used a high explosive right up on top of the hill when he wasn't getting anywhere with his standard rounds. And that's why the other 5 were from the M53, M55, and he certainly was very effective. 3,860 hit points of damage blocked, would you believe it? 5 enemy vehicles spotted, 13 damage, so there was only 2 enemy tanks he didn't touch, and 4 killed. 1,354 hit points of spotting assist. On a premium count, he earned 115,466 credits, got 32,330 for completing the mission, that's the holiday ops, total 147,796, but, and here's the kicker, after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, and in this case he did have a lot of consumables, he actually ended up with quite a big loss, 34,800 and, is that 85 or... I think it's 85. Yes, it is 85. 885 credits. But he'll make that back in no time at all from Strongholds or Clan Wars. And he earned 4 awards, 4 bonds for the awards, and 1,983 XP, times 2 for the first victory of the day, 99 for this being a premium vehicle. You don't get much in the way of premium award from this one, even though it is a premium. Because it's a reward tank, I suppose, they drop the amount that you would actually get in terms of bonus. And total takeaway was 4,065 experience points. So he certainly carried his team with that one and took a lot of damage from that M53, M55. And I suppose in one way, by being a bullet magnet for that M53, M55, he actually gave the rest of his team a fairly easy battle, because that Arty was probably focusing on him for most of the game. And he probably knew that Awppenheimer was a super unicum, and that's why he was focusing on him. Plus, and the fact that he was in a top tier reward tank, and yes, he was obviously playing extremely well, doing damage to the other guy's teammates. So he had to focus on that guy. But you know, it didn't work in the long run because he lost the war. but he won the battle against Awppenheimer by disabling him long enough for that SU-130PM to finish him off. But what a good battle in the meanwhile. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We get more replays like this all the time from Awppenheimer. In fact, I've got another one lined up ready to go. So if you stick around on our channel, you'll see one shortly. Thanks for watching.